Life is short, let me tell you.
My name is Anaïs Maviel. I am born in France, raised by a Haitian mother who also is a musician. I grew up in rural areas of France where at the time there wasn't a lot of diversity. I always played music. I was born in a musical house. My mother was always performing, so I always heard her practice, rehearse. And as soon as I was old enough, I came on stage with her, and that's how I learned my craft. Music is important because it gives me access to a reality that I believe is very important for transformation of myself, for transformation of society. So I really believe that music is the place for the utopia to become real, or for heaven to come down on earth. So the challenge for me is to continue being authentic, continue creating what is truthful, and at the same time finding my audience, finding the places that really embrace what I offer. So I was still a teenager, and my mom had a group of people who played Shona music from Zimbabwe who were coming at our house to practice together quite regularly. And it was a very diverse group of people from various African background or from the diaspora. And they were playing the mbira, which is this very, very specific thumb piano, but from the Shona tradition. And the music is really a form of trance. It's very repetitive, activates harmonics and specific overtones. So when you play mbira, many people play at the same time over and over again. At some point you start hearing overtones that are really incredible. And we were playing and singing the songs. And at some point we stopped singing and the songs kept on going. And that came from those overtones. And they call it the spirit singing. I felt like it was like my first transcendental experience with music. That's when I knew that music had a function, and that this function was to connect us to something higher, something greater than ourselves. It was very powerful for me ever since I knew that music was like much, much greater than what I thought. And I made the decision for myself to devote myself to music. Composition is always like a rearrangement of the sounds that already exist in the universe, because all sounds exist and it's just a way to organize them between each other. For me, that form of organization of sounds has to do with proportion, geometry, harmony. I feel very influenced by esoteric spiritual concepts. I'm interested in making those concepts available to our senses. So to me, composition brings something that might be a little abstract into the sensory realm. Jazz is an oral tradition that, as a tradition, has always been syncretic, always integrated cultures from the outside and made like this big creolization pot, this big multicultural pot, yet rooted in African American history, but with that mixing element that for me is very much something that I relate with. And if we can like really stay connected to the power that we have as musicians, the power of influence that we have, I think it could really improve like what we actually put out there if we realize like how much we actually impact, and our belief in the sacredness of our work can improve and can really make for a bright future of our culture.